Actually have a first contract with European Space Agency to build something very nice for the astronauts. You know, astronauts, they have activities outside of the space stations, and they need to have instructions to perform that job.
That's major. So Miguel, thank you for joining me on the Connect. It's good kind of meeting up with you here in Collision. So normally what I do, I ask, how did you get to this point, right? I know people are watching us with these two things on our heads, wondering what the hell is that? So tell me about your history. How did you get to the point of building hardware to the device that you have now? And then we'll talk some more about that.
Yes, so it's based on my background on engineering. I have a master in physics engineering.
Nice.
I used to build space qualified hardware.
Wow.
So equipment for satellites for the European Space Agency. So I'm used to deal with hardware and have to deal with art projects that are difficult to follow the military standards of the European space standards.
So it has a lot of intricate stuff in that.
Yes. So, and one day I thought that we always need to have access to information.
Right.
But we always have to go to our desk and sit and stay there hours and hours.
Right.
So why can't we have access to information while we move?
Right.
And keeping our hands free.
Right.
That's why where we have the idea. Actually have a first contract with European Space Agency to build something very nice for the astronauts. You know, astronauts, they have activities outside of the space stations, and they need to have instructions to perform their job.
That's major.
So that's where the things start.
Yeah. Right.
I want people to still have eye contact, but still have access to information that they need, because it's connected to my phone. Just a simple Wi-Fi connection. And everything that is in the mobile, I can see it in front of me. So it's like a mirroring of the mobile screen in front of my eye.
Let's talk about the product a bit. So tell us what's the name of the product?
So the name of the product is VIP display. Because it's versatile personal display.
Right.
So it's a device that is targeting the B2B market, but anyone can use it.
I think what I like about this, because I tried it before, I have it on now. I think, so we have things like Google Glass and that sort of stuff, and that's very consumer based. But I think what's unique about this is that from the audio and from the connectivity with the mobile app, it allows you to kind of have someone personal on the other side. So you can actually collaborate with someone and see things. You can show the person the things that you're looking at, and they can kind of guide you into that space. So I think that's really, really good.
Yes, that is the model that you are wearing. This one has a camera. There is a video streaming that goes from here to someplace else. You just go into your desktop and access to a web page, and you are on the other side. I'm here. And you see what is filming right now. So
in a real world situation, a real world use case could be if I'm an engineer and I'm working on an engine. So like I'm working on a Rolls-Royce engine, and there's like one Rolls-Royce specialist in the world, and he can be like living in Germany. And then I can call him up and say, hey, I need your help assisting me on fixing this engine. And I can be in front of my engine doing the work, and he can be in my ear telling me what to do. But then also he can kind of go to his desktop and say, well, let me show you, and by drawing certain things on it and then send it back to me real time.
Yes, exactly. He can receive the video streaming there, and in this desktop, he can make a screenshot, make a red marks or an error pointing, and send it to you. And you will see that information in front of your eyes while he can speak with you. So now you have a guidance from an expert. You are on the site, you don't know too much to deal with the problem, but he can guide you. And then
even from the standpoint of, I can go on my device, I can pull up YouTube videos, and I can put the YouTube videos in the screen. And while I'm watching the YouTube video, I can actually be doing the thing at the same time. I think that's really unique.
Yes.
And I think one of the good things about it is that while you have Google Glass is really consumer facing. I think this, in terms of kind of training and building things together and collaboration, I think it's really unique that point is going to kind of really sell this product.
Because the product was developed taking into consideration a clear and sharp image.
Right.
That is important for the users.
Right.
When we did interviews, what is the most important point for you wearing these kind of devices?
Yep.
It's the quality of the image projected.
Yeah.
So with this device, you are able to see Times font size 9, so the small letters.
Right.
So if you want to see a schematic in front of you regarding an engine or something like that, you are able to see even the subtitles and all the information that is there.
Right.
So that's why it's very useful.
And this makes, like, so I'm thinking about how does this change the way people work in the industries, right? So a lot of times, new technicians, people who come into the space that want to having trainees and stuff in the workforce. You know, some of them are green and they can't remember exactly how to do certain things. So, like for a business might have manuals and stuff stored somewhere. And then from the cloud, you can actually pull it up and say, well, okay, let me check this manual in my glass.
Yes.
And while I'm checking the manual, I'm working it out and kind of figuring it out. And then it has audio, so I can hear things. And I think it's really unique.
Yes, because one of the things that was the principle of our design is that people don't need to learn how to use the device. You already know how to use your smartphone or PC or tablet.
Right.
You just go and use. You can prepare your work in your desk and then bring it to your computer, wherever. You just make a Wi-Fi connection and project it in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't need additional software. It's just a simple Wi-Fi connection that gives you the information that you need on that time exactly.
That's good. So technology advances a lot, right? It advances pretty fast. I know this is pre-production and stuff. Tell me a little bit about your next step, but then also talk about it in terms of, like, where do you see the industry going? How do you see this fitting in the next phase of helping productivity within the industry?
Yes. First, we need to think about the users.
Right.
We need to think about their comfort, their motivation for work.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we think about the other part, that the user, the worker, the technician, he can be much more efficient. He can work with much more enthusiastic, with less errors, less mistakes, which increases our productivity. So many companies in America, they are taking this subject very serious.
Yep.
Okay, they want all the good for their collaborators, their workers. So this could be a valuable tool for them to do their work in a more efficient way. You understand? So the future of our lives, since we still need to have access to information, is to have devices like these where we can walk and have access to this information anywhere, anytime.
Right. And there's a lot of people kind of experimenting with stuff within, like, augmented reality and space, and this kind of fits into that whole ecosystem that's coming out, because it's really starting to get robust, where people want to actually interact and do certain things within the real world, but still maintain some form of complacency of where they are and what they're doing, right?
But that's what the design is simple, and the technology.
Right.
Because I say other devices, you need to learn how to use this and that, and then you need extra devices to operate with this one.
Right.
But with our VIP display, you just have access to your mobile and you do what you usually do. So in the simpler way, you don't have to learn and to speak and repeat yourself many times to deal with this device. It's just a mirroring system.
So what's next for the application?
For this device, yes. So the next is to test in different cross-industry sectors.
Yeah.
But we are more focused in maintenance. I think maintenance is a cross-sector. It is where people really need to have instructions or to have guidance on the field to do a proper job. Like you said before, yes. People with less experience, junior engineers that goes to the field, they don't know all the situations and how to deal with it.
Right.
Or they go to their smartphone and project the user manual.
Right.
Or they can receive information from a remote location to guide them. Yep. So that's what I think is the future.
Awesome.
To help us in our daily jobs to be more enthusiastic for what we do.
Exactly. I think it's a really good product, and I think from a hardware standpoint, it is going to kind of leapfrog as technology gets better, as things get faster, as we get better cloud connectivity and longer distances. I think you'd have a good space in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Fabian.
Thank you.